Thank you, Commander. I appreciate you asking me to be here. It's my honor. Yeah, like you said, I was fortunate enough to finish my college education at Texas Women's University. I was able to get a master's in business administration. Proud to say that I did that as a single mom, which was especially difficult at that time. But I'm going to go ahead and read my little statement here. Commander asked me to write about my experience serving in the military as a woman. In being asked to speak about my experience in the military, my mind reminisced about the best and worst parts of my career and what brought me into it. So I asked myself, should I give them the politically correct answer? Should I go ahead and just keep it real with them? So not really wanting to insult your time, or most importantly, the sacrifices of the collective, I decided to give you the true story. And the true story is, a boy broke my heart. That's why I joined the military. Many, many moons ago, after just graduating high school, I was nursing a broken heart of my first love. I was pretty teenage desperate to get as far away from that as I possibly could, and I did. But what I didn't know was at the time that I would be stepping into a trajectory that would catapult me into a God-ordained destiny. And not unlike many of you throughout the years, I did find myself counting the cost of my choices to serve. Missed birthdays, foregone promotions, anniversaries, vacations, and so many other opportunities we had to sacrifice to put on the uniform as women. It's especially difficult for women. For me, this rang true when I was deployed for Hurricane Harvey. I was barely 6 months postpartum and still nursing my most precious daughter, Ruby. I remember stealing away to pump here and there, just hoping that my supply would remain intact when I returned. It didn't. Now I realize that this pales in comparison to what many others have sacrificed, and some have even paid the ultimate price, but this is my experience, and I believe that it's worth sharing. Perhaps a more anecdotal part of my military experience, but it's a collection of experiences, and I know that all women who have served will be able to relate to this in some way. When my husband and I are together in the community or doing business somewhere, when either one of us shows our military ID, Lance, my dear sweet husband, is always the one who is presumed to have served. People will say, "Thank you for your service." And it's funny, I laugh. Thank goodness, though, I have a gracious husband who respectfully corrects him and says, "No, it's not me, it's my wife who has served." It is in those moments when I'm reminded of the statistical disparities that exist around women serving. According to a recent study put out by the DoD in 2021, 14% of the military or senior enlisted personnel were female. That's 14%, not including lower ranking or officers. So if you are a woman who has served your country, I want to say thank you for your sacrifice, your determined and your dedication. Thank you for doing your job well and with class. And to those who have served before me, thank you for paving the way. And I am proud to say that I will continue to pay it forward. So one of the things that was important for me when I served, this was my hat, it's kind of knackered now, but one of the things that was important to me is to always have a reminder of my value, because a lot of value always takes a beating when you're in the military. So I made this little hat insert that just goes, and if you will allow me, I'll read it to you. It says, "I'm a woman of God, sent by God to be in service to God for his good pleasure. My title, my rank, and designation are only earthly indicators as to where. My identity, my self-worth, and my confidence is established, built, and maintained through him who made me. I am his, and he is mine. Thus, if God is for me, who can ever be against me?"
Amen.
Thank you.